Who's on your gift-giving list that could use a little bit more health, harmony, and happiness in their life? Today, I'm sharing some ideas that could nudge them towards just that. Welcome to Health, Harmony, and Happiness with Kathy. I'm your host, Kathy Stricker. I'm a state patrol wife, mama to 3 lively kiddos, a yoga teacher, certified NLP coach, and an energetic rhythms expert. As an energetic rhythms coach, I help action-taking women use their body's rhythms and the moon's cycle to optimize productivity and avoid burnout without letting their desire to remain in control alter their focus. And this podcast is all about doing just that and perhaps a bit more so that you can create your own path to health, harmony, and happiness. So come along with me and may this episode serve as a nudge to discover tools that could help you on your path towards more intentional living. Enjoy the show. Hey friends, welcome to episode 56 of the Health, Harmony, and Happiness with Kathy podcast. I am coming to you today, possibly on Thanksgiving Day, if you're listening to this when it arrived, wherever you get your podcasts. But if not, hopefully you're listening to this at a time when you are planning to buy some gifts for people, because this episode is all about doing just that. Giving health, harmony, and happiness to those you love, or maybe even yourself, because let's face it, friends, that is the most important relationship that you can cultivate, is the one that you have with yourself, and learning and deepening that relationship and that love for yourself. Again, that's another podcast episode. I'll not go in there, but I'll put that little nudge in there that to cultivate that relationship with yourself is truly, truly important. So if you feel like any of these gifts speak to you as something that you want to try out and maybe even give to yourself, awesome. No one's judging. And if you find that any of these gift ideas are things that you want to give to others in your life, awesome. So I will just say that some of these gifts or some of these ideas have links that are affiliate links. Not all of them, but some of them do. And so what that means is that if you choose to purchase from the link that I share with you, then I get a teeny tiny bit back from the company that's selling them, or from, like, let's just say from Amazon. I might get a small amount back from them. Folks, it's minuscule, but if you do, I want to tell you thank you for doing that, because even that little bit does support my business. So all that being said, I have to give you that disclaimer. And just so that you know that I could be making money on some of these things, but others, totally not making any money, just sharing what I have found really truly brings health, harmony, and happiness in my life. Some of the more physical things. Some of these are local people or small business people that I know, or they're coming from small business people that I know or that I have found that I want to support. So kudos to you if you also want to support them. And that being said, also, I love to shop local for gifts, as local as I can. And some of these are not necessarily local, because some of them we can't always get locally. But if you can, then by all means, head out there to your local shops and get some of them. But some of them are things that I've just come across. Lots of them, well, I'm not going to say lots of them, but some of them are things that I have just come across this past year that I've really discovered are things that I want in my life, and other things I've had for years. And they're honestly the little small things in my life that bring me joy, which as we get into it, you might think I'm a little kooky, but, but it's the small things, right? So I'm going to jump right in and start off with my number one gift giving item that to bring health, harmony, and happiness to someone, or maybe even yourself. And that's because this is something that's near and dear to my heart, and I use every single day. And if I didn't have it, I'd probably be frustrated and may have even given up my yoga practice. But it is my yoga mat. And the only yoga mat that I really truly recommend is at least for a daily practice, is the Manduka Pro mat. in 71 inches long, not the extra long, the 71-inch long. But the thing about this mat is that it is thick enough that it gives you enough cushioning, but it also provides stability. So sometimes when you get really thick mats, they get really wobbly, and then you lose stability, and then it's a distraction because you are trying to just focus on balancing, or the mat feeling too squishy, or whatever it may be. The Manduka Pro mat definitely gives you that stability and firmness that you need, but it also allows for cushion so that your knees don't hurt when you're on too thin of a mat and you're on a hard floor and you're cursing the whole time you're doing yoga because your knees hurt so bad because you're kneeling on them or you're sitting on them or however it may be, and the floor is hard and your mat is paper thin. So the Manduka Pro fixes all of that and takes care of it. This is a mat I have practiced on for years. If you see images of me practicing on a yoga mat, it's what I'm practicing on because it's my fave and it's the best. They are a little bit pricey. That is the only thing that's the only caveat, but they have a lifetime guarantee. So like if you think that, oh, I'm just going to invest in one yoga mat for $100 for your lifetime, that's $100 that you spend one time. Whereas if you go get one from the box store for $10 or $15, that's likely going to wear out in 6 months. I'm not kidding you, friends. Those mats will wear out in about 6 months if you're using them regularly. And even if you're not, if they're sitting in a closet, they just start to break apart. And all those little rubberish pieces that they're made up of start flaking off and get everywhere. And you're going to be discouraged because you have yoga mat flakes all over your house or wherever it is you're taking it to practice. Your knees are going to hate you because you're on hard floor and you're practicing on a super thin mat, and the mat is likely not wide enough for you to do some of the things that you want it to do. So this is why I say I could go on forever about these yoga mats, but this is my number one gift giving, and it's a beautiful gift to give someone in your life who you know practices yoga. It's a beautiful gift, or maybe that's yourself, because it is a little bit pricier and it's kind of one of those more luxurious gifts that you could have. But these first gifts that I'm telling you about all fall into the health category. So this is one that was going to promote health for you, right? And it's the Manduka Pro mat, 71 inches. And right along with that, I'm just going to put a little plug in here for the Daily Rhythms Tracker, because that might be something that if you're wanting to get into practicing yoga regularly or wanting to kind of promote that habit within your life, then maybe also at the same time, because habit stacking is the thing that makes habits, or is one of the things that helps make habits stick. So maybe the thing is also to start doing that Daily Rhythms Tracker, because when you're on your mat, you're seated, you're captive, you can also sit down and do the Daily Rhythms Tracker. And that's just the booklet I have put together to help you find your energetic rhythms and to track not only them, but also some of those other things that contribute to your energetic rhythms. All of the links to everything I mentioned today is going to be in the show notes. So you'll be able to easily visit them and click on the links and hopefully be on your way with shopping. Okay, friends, the next few items that I am going to mention in regards to cultivating greater health in your life are all related to better sleep. We know that the quality of sleep that you get greatly enhances your health and how you feel in the day. So optimally, you are getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. For those of you who get less than that, you're probably not feeling your greatest. And that could be me projecting that on you. Apologies if maybe you are one of those people who thrives on 6 or less, but studies do show that actually, even if you've trained your body to sleep on fewer hours of sleep, your body actually still would be even better if it got more sleep. And it's a matter of training your body to do so. That's another episode. But what I am sharing with you today is all about things that can help promote that high quality sleep so that you can feel your best, so that your body can work at its optimum abilities and capabilities, rather, so that your immune system is working well, so that your stress response is happening as it's supposed to. Your cortisol levels aren't spiking, so that your circadian rhythms are actually functioning like they're supposed to and they're not thrown out of whack. So these items that I'm going to share with you do just that. And the first ones I'm going to talk to you about are blue light blocking glasses. So blue light is any green or blue light that is out there, basically. So like computer monitors, your TV screen, your phones, devices, those little lights on your smoke detector that happen to be green instead of red, alarm clocks that have green lights or blue lights instead of red lights. Studies have shown that those lights throw off your circadian rhythm. They're not good for having in an environment where you're going to be sleeping. So the more you can cover those lights or eliminate them from wherever it is you sleep, chances are you're going to have better sleep. Blue light blocking glasses are the things that you can wear when you are using these devices, perhaps near bedtime or in the evening. So if you're on the computer or if you are watching TV or on your device, on your phone before bed, it would be lovely to wear blue light blocking glasses because that helps keep your circadian rhythm in it performing like it's supposed to, right? It helps, it stops the interference with that circadian rhythm. So your brain knows when it's time to wind down, when it's time to slow down and turn off. Otherwise, your brain is constantly being stimulated by even the tiniest of blue light that might be available in your room. And so if you know that you are sensitive to light and you already do all the things like have blackout curtains and such in your room, blue light blocking glasses might help you if you are one who tends to watch TV or be on your device in the evening. Now, even if you're not someone who's sensitive to light or you don't know if you're sensitive to light, you might just try them. It's an inexpensive thing to try out and see if it actually works for you. I know personally I can tell a distinct difference in my sleep quality when I wear my blue light blocking glasses in the evening and I'm on my device or watching TV versus when I am not. So 2 things. There are so many options rather for blue light blocking glasses out there. So head out to Amazon and just take a look for yourself. Pick out some that you like and that look good on you, I guess. Granted, I double up my blue light glasses with my regular glasses in the evening, so you can be a geek like me if you want and do the same thing, because my blue light blocking glasses go right over my regular glasses. My family sometimes makes fun of me. I'm okay with it. So you can find a pair that you like. I don't have necessarily a specific link for them. Just do a search for them. Look for ones that have a high rating and that maybe actually do work or that have the higher rating for the blue light blocking. But I do have a great recommendation for kids' blue light blocking glasses because we got these for our kids last year for Christmas and they're wonderful and they're super cute and they come in cute little cases and they're just wonderful. And they also came with, this is what I wanted to tell you, they also came with these little blue light blocking test kits. So there's a little card and a little blue light, and then you can shine the blue light on the card and see when it's not being blocked, and then put the card behind the glasses and then shine the light and see that it blocks all the blue light, which is beautiful. It gives you just one other layer of comfort knowing that, oh, your glasses actually are doing something. But they cost anywhere from $9 to $15 to $20 to $30. Regular blue light blocking glasses do. The kids ones cost anywhere from $9 to $11. So it's inexpensive, but it might be a thing to get for your kids if you know that they're on the devices in the evenings a lot. So on top of that, like along with blocking blue lights, the other tool that I'm going to tell you about, which I started using this past year, which has seriously been a life changer for me, is an eye mask for sleeping. Excuse me. It is tremendous. I started wearing these because my eye doctor recommended them because my eyes were watering in the evenings or when I was sleeping because we have a fan in our room. And so she just recommended that I get an eye mask. If we're not willing to turn the fan off, wear an eye mask and it'll help take care of that. And boom, it did. But the other benefit that I found to that was that it blocks all the light, right? So any of those little pesky lights, like the one that really could potentially annoy me the most is the smoke detector light, because we have covered all of our other blue lights and we only have red light alarm clocks because of the blue light factor, and we have light blocking curtains. But the eye mask does wonders, and it seriously has changed the way I sleep. Often I don't even realize when my husband gets up before me. And I know it's like there's sound involved there, right? But it's just the matter of if he does get up, I open my eyes, I have black in front of me instead of actually seeing what's going on. And it's much easier to go back to sleep. And 8 times out of 10, maybe 9 times out of 10, I don't even wake anymore when he gets up in the middle of the night if he has to use the restroom. But when he gets up in the early morning to leave before I do, it's also very much easier to go back to sleep. So an eye mask, and I have a link to that in the show notes as well. Okay, just a couple more things in terms of sleep and your health in regards to sleep. And the first thing is magnesium lotion or magnesium spray. This is something that I use pretty religiously as well because I do know that it helps me sleep better in the evening. Magnesium works in like more than 300 biochemical processes in the body. It helps with digestion. It helps with sleep. It helps with calming your nervous system. It helps with your immune system. It helps with your skeletal system. It helps with your stress response. It helps calm and heal your adrenals. So like, why wouldn't we be taking it? Well, it's likely that we don't always get enough magnesium just through diet alone. So using a little bit of lotion or a spray helps to enhance that. Now, if you are someone who definitely has issues with digestion, this could potentially really help you. So my recommendation is to use the magnesium oil or lotion in the evening before bedtime, maybe around 30 minutes before bed. But it will help promote better quality sleep. And I've got 2 options that I'm linking to you. I would recommend, if you've not ever used magnesium lotion before or spray, start with the lotion. The lotion is very mild. They have a vanilla scented or an unscented, and it's easy to use. Put it on your feet, put it on your abdomen, put it on your arms, wherever, and go to bed. And it's beautiful. The other option is a magnesium spray. It's an oil spray. And this is a little bit, if you have sensitive skin, or I don't want to say sensitive skin, if you're maybe have sensitive pain receptors. I don't know. I don't experience any tingling with this, but it will tell you on the bottle that you may have tingling with use of it. My husband says that it makes his body tingle, like his arms or wherever he's putting it when he puts it on. I don't have any issues with that. So I don't know if I have higher pain receptors or what, but magnesium spray would be the other option. And I will link to both of those in the show notes as well. But hands down, if I use magnesium lotion or spray, I sleep better than if I don't. So that is another thing that just brings a little bit of that health into my life that could be an easy option to share with someone. And the vanilla scent is actually really, really good. And so that could just be like a nice gift for someone, or a stocking stuffer even, because it's a good one. I like it. Okay, and the last thing that enhances sleep would be a brown noise machine. Now, you might have heard of sound machines or white noise machines. And white noise is actually not as restful as brown noise. So brown noise is a very low frequency sound. So it's more, it's closer to ocean waves or rainfall or thunder or wind. And it helps calm the brain more than something like white noise, which would be more like static. So using a brown noise machine is soothing, and it helps to calm your body, helps to relax your body completely, and allows for deeper, more restful sleep. I'm giving you guys a recommendation for a brown noise sound machine that is the Electrofan brown noise sound machine, because it doesn't have a loop of sound. And as ridiculous as this might sound, it actually totally makes sense. You don't hear in some sound machines how you can tell like when the sound loops back around. This one doesn't. It's just a constant sound. It's lovely. We have tried numerous sound machines. We've had sound machines since before our kids were born. And when our kids were born, we definitely started using it with our kids so that they could sleep better and it would help them fall asleep. And I've listened to numerous sound machines when I've been rocking kids at night. And this one, hands down, is my favorite because there is no looping and it's just a constant sound the entire time. So check that one out if that is something that you would be interested in. All right, the next segment of gifts for this episode all involve harmony in your life and bringing more harmony into your life. And the first one is a colleague of mine, I would say, who has a beautiful little shop, and you can find her on Instagram or I think Facebook too, but it is Jean's Apothecare, and she has teas, candles, Palo Santo wood. She's got notebooks. She's got all sorts of things to get more in touch with yourself and with that kind of that woo-woo sense that is fun to get in touch with. She also does curated gifts, and this is one of the things that I love about her. I have given clients gifts from her, and I just tell her, this is my price range, and these are some of the things that I'm thinking of, and she pulls together some ideas for me, sends it to me, and then sends the gift to them directly. So it takes the work out of it, and it is absolutely beautiful. She's wonderful. She will work with you to do a gift box in whatever price range you want to stay within. So Jean's Apothecare, awesome gal. And she is a small business in, maybe she's in Alabama. I cannot remember, or if she's in North Carolina. Oh, this is terrible. She went from one to the other. But either way, she's an awesome person, and check her out. Okay, the next thing to promote harmony, and this would be maybe a nice stocking stuffer as well, is an essential oil. Now, usually I have been a Young Living essential oil person, and I've got a lot of their scents, a lot of their blends, a lot of their regular oils, but I came across this oil and I absolutely love it. And it would make a beautiful gift. It is actually you can find it on Amazon, but I love running it in my diffuser because of the scent of it. It is the Eden's Garden Meditation Essential Oil Blend. It's got lavender, cedarwood, tangerine, bergamot, palo santo, patchouli, vetiver, lemon, clove, all sorts of other oils in this blend. And it is amazing. It's wonderful, in my opinion. It's just a nice blend to run maybe when you are doing some journaling or doing your new moon or full moon ritual. Perhaps when you are just taking time for yourself on your yoga mat even, or even just cleaning your house on a Saturday. I like to use it all the time. So that's an oil that you might enjoy as well and could make a good gift for yourself or for someone else. And it's a good price point too. So check that out. All right. The next thing that I believe kind of cultivates that sense of harmony and the connection with everything is, of course, one of my favorite things, Native Spirit Oracle cards. Now, you guys have seen me use these numerous times. If you're on Facebook, you have seen me, or if you're in if you're in the Energetic Rhythms for Intentional Living Facebook community, I've drawn cards numerous times in there. If you have been in one of my full moon releasing ceremonies or my new moon ceremonies, intention setting ceremonies, you've seen me use these cards, and I absolutely love them. So I wanted to give a plug for them and put them out there because they're awesome, and you'll find a link to them in this episode as well. Now, the last two things are things that are personal friend things of mine, I guess, and one of them changed my life drastically because for years I would think that I wanted to be a minimalist and get rid of a lot of stuff. And I was just having that pull to clear stuff out. And then I met my friend Krista Lockwood, and I came across all of her stuff and got to know her a little bit more. And wouldn't you know, she has this amazing course called Decluttering Simplified. When you don't want to become a full-blown minimalist, this is what you do. And she does a wonderful job at walking you through step by step how to declutter your house without feeling like you have to get rid of every single thing and like throw out the chairs and throw out all the end tables and everything. Now, there may be some of that you realize, but not all of it. And you know what the other thing that I love about it is? She does this all with 5 kids. Friends, she has 5 kids. So if you are listening to this and you think, I don't have time to declutter, I've got kids running around and I've got all this going on, she is the one that will show you how to declutter with kids running around, and how to make it work as a mom to do this and to go through your house, getting rid of things that aren't serving you anymore. And it's beautiful because this is a thing that aligns exactly with the message of your energetic rhythms, right? Like, part of using your energetic rhythms is learning to let go of things and learning to release things when they need to be done, when they need to be gone from your life. And Decluttering Simplified is the course that helps you do that. So Decluttering Simplified is her larger course. She's got a couple other, she's got a course that is specifically geared towards clothing and a course that's specifically geared towards toys as well. But I was kind of already at the point where I had done some of that work. I just really needed a roadmap to walk me through my entire house and help me get rid of stuff, help me have a plan for decluttering instead of just going about it haphazardly. And she gives you this beautiful plan because you start with things that you're not going to have an emotional attachment to. I don't want to go too far into it because that's not what this episode is about. And someday I'll have her on the show so that she can talk about it even more. But Decluttering Simplified definitely was a huge blessing and has been a huge blessing in my life in bringing more harmony into our house over this past year, because we've gotten rid of stuff and I've involved my kids in it, and they're okay with getting rid of stuff. And we are having more enriching relationships in our family because we have gotten rid of some of the clutter. So it's beautiful. It brings more harmony. Check it out. The last thing is, this is for my local people, but an integrative massage and energy work with Michelle Williams. So Michelle is a dear, dear, dear friend of mine, and she is a beautiful massage therapist and energy worker. And she doesn't necessarily do as much therapeutic massage so much as she incorporates the energy work. Like I said, this would be a beautiful gift certificate to purchase for someone, because if you haven't ever had energy work done, it's truly amazing when you have someone who is qualified and who is so, so connected with the universe that it's wonderful. So I don't know, there's not enough good things that I can say about it, but I'll link to her and to my site or in the show notes to her and her site, so that if you're interested in booking a massage or trying one out. And I'll tell you, friends, that I just had her do an hour head, neck, and shoulder massage and energy work for me. And I feel like a different person now. After a good massage, you always kind of feel like a different person, but I feel energized, I feel connected, and I feel ready to work. And sadly, it's near the end of the day and my kids are going to be coming home any minute now. So nonetheless, I'm great for the rest of the evening, which is awesome. Check her out, Michelle Williams. She does an integrative massage and energy work. Okay, friends, we are in the home stretch with the happiness gifts, the things that just kind of can bring happiness or fun, playfulness, and joy into your life. Some of these things I have had actually all the things on here pretty much I've had for a long time, and I'll tell you what, I greatly enjoy them. You know how I said that we have decluttered so much from our life? Well, here's the thing. These are the things that we haven't decluttered, because there's no way in heck I'm getting rid of these things, because they enrich our lives so much, and they either promote connection or they make my life easier in some way. So these are the things that I know I've narrowed down and I'm likely not to get rid of, and I will definitely replace them when they wear out. So the first one is the Legel neck light. Now, I just came upon this last year, and oh my gosh, you guys, it has changed my life completely. Because when I get up at 5 a.m. and I'm sneaking around my house and trying not to turn on lights, because I hate lights in the morning. I just want it to be dim and dark, and get on my mat with as few lights as possible, or as dimly lit lights as possible. This neck light, or if I'm journaling or reading in the morning, this neck light is amazing. It's like a flexible light that goes around your neck, and I also use it when I have to go out and do the chores and it's dark outside. So feed the chickens, do the pets, whatever it may be. It's a great thing for that. And the thing I like about it the most, it's like a reading light, but it can be used for anything. The thing I like about it is that it has 3 different modes. So it's got an amber colored light, but then it has a blue light, and then it has the combination of the blue light and the amber light that you can turn on. And you can turn on, it's got 2 lights on either side. It wraps around your neck. It's got a light on both sides, and you can turn one on or the other. So you have full control over the amount of brightness that you have. And it's rechargeable. It plugs in, it's rechargeable. It's beautiful. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm getting one for each of my big kids, at least this Christmas, because well, my son likes to read before bed, and I'd rather have him reading with just his reading light on than his full overhead light. And, well, Scout, she'll just geek out over it anyway. They love little lights and flashlights and all those sorts of things. So if they have their own neck lights, they're always stealing mine. It would be just a better option. So I'll link to that. And it's relatively inexpensive. It's only like $16, $17, something like that. So, listen to my energy when I'm talking about it. I'm a total geek about this Legel neck light. So check it out. All right. The next thing, or the next few things, actually deal with the kitchen. And I spend a lot of time in the kitchen getting meals ready and doing all of that. And some of the things that I have found fill my life the most are the simplest things, right? So there's this thing. It's literally, it doesn't really even have a name. It's called a kitchen tool. It's the Tovolo kitchen tool. And it's like a scraper and a spreader. And it does everything. It especially cleans out the bottom of the peanut butter jar when you're at the very last of it and you need to get that last bit of peanut butter out. It cleans that out beautifully. This tool, I don't know if my mom gave it to me or my husband, I'm pretty sure I got it for Christmas one time long ago. And I've noticed that it's like starting to wear out. I'm going to have to replace it. But it is the most amazing thing because we use it for avocados. We use it for peanut butter. We use it for jelly. We use it for ghee. We use it for literally everything. It is on one end, it's like this little scraper thing. And on the other end, it is like a round spreader type thing. I've given this as gifts. If you're one of my friends, you may have received it. I love this thing so much. And it's a clear staple in my kitchen. So check it out. I will also try to put a picture of it and put a picture of most of these gifts on in the show notes page on my website. They will not be in the the podcast feed notes, but they'll likely be on my website. All right, the next thing that is very similar to that, but not quite, is this Danesco mini spatula. I'll tell you that I use this mini spatula more than I use my full-size spatulas, I think. I love this little tiny mini spatula. Oh, you know what? Along with that, I have a little mini whisk that is a Pampered Chef whisk. I didn't put this in my notes, but that's one of my other favorite kitchen tools, and it brings me great joy to use that pretty much every day when I'm scrambling eggs or making eggs. It is just the greatest little whisk ever, and I love it so much more than even the full-size whisk. But I'm telling you about the spatula. This little mini spatula can do anything, and it is absolutely phenomenal. So check that out as well. Okay, I've settled back in. Sorry, my kids came home. Not that you were able to see that or anything, but here we are back, and I'm going to finish telling you about these products that just kind of bring happiness into my life and help enrich my life, and maybe they will be able to help you enrich somebody else's life if you were to give them to someone else or even to yourself, right? So the next thing is a set of nylon kitchen knives. And this sounds kind of silly, but if you have kids, it's absolutely not. It is the perfect kids knife. They come in 3 sizes, and they're great for helping kids learn how to use knives and learn how to cut things safely, because they are not going to hurt themselves with them. And honestly, I think Scout has probably been using them since she was like 5, and she would be right alongside me cutting things, cutting carrots or whatever it may be in the kitchen with them. Huck's been using them. I don't know. We've had them for a few years. So maybe he was about 5 too when we got them. But nonetheless, it's a great thing, a great way to get your kids involved, and a great way to invite your kids into the kitchen and begin teaching them how to safely use knives. So I'll put a link to that. And the last thing that's in the kitchen that I want to tell you about that just brings me great joy, and that makes a really, really beautiful gift, and I have given to numerous people as really a nice gift, is this. It's called a large leaf ceramic spoon rest or soap dish or accent for your kitchen or bathroom. It is this beautifully crafted pottery piece that we use in our kitchen as a spoon rest, and it could very well be used, though. I think it's advertised even as a soap dish, or it could be like a jewelry dish. And it is gorgeous. I, as you likely know, am a lover of nature and all things nature. And this little piece just brings me happiness. You can get it in a variety of colors, and it's on an Etsy shop. It's called Prodigal Pottery is the group or the organization that makes these things. And it's all handmade pottery by women who are fleeing homelessness and abuse. So when you purchase from this Etsy shop, you are supporting a mission, which is a great thing. And they have lots and lots of beautiful pieces. I'm looking at them right now, and lots of options. They've got gift ornaments. They've got bowls. They've got mugs. Beautiful, beautiful opportunity. So my preference is the large leaf ceramic dish, but you head on over there and check it out, because lots of options that will probably suit your tastes in one way or another. But that's like a nice gift for someone who maybe really would appreciate something like that, or the simplicity in all of that. So consider that. Okay, the next couple items are things that bring happiness that also involve my kids, which is wonderful. So one of them is the game Mancala. And I don't know if you have ever played this. I remember playing it a little bit when I was a kid. We didn't ever have this game, but we received it as a gift for one of my kids from a classmate. And it honestly is one of those games that you could just leave out on your coffee table and play a game real quick if you're sitting around not doing much or even watching TV. It's kind of a game of strategy, but my kids, let's see here. Scout started playing maybe when she was 5. She's starting to learn some of the strategy behind it now. She's 6. But it's a great game it's a great 2-person game that just is fun to play. And games, who doesn't love games? Well, maybe some people don't. I do, so I'm telling you about it because you might also enjoy this one. It's pretty simple, but like I said, there's some strategy involved with it too. It's good. Okay, and the next thing is something that we got for our son for Christmas last year, or maybe his birthday. I don't know. Like, they're so close together, friends. They're 3 days apart, so it all sort of runs together, or it blends together in my mind. We do a very good job at separating out the gifts, but if I can remember what I get him for Christmas versus what I get him for his birthday, life is good, I guess. But it's called, this game is called Canoodle 3D. And there's a whole bunch of Canoodle games out there, but we started with this Canoodle 3D, and it's about, you take these like little bead structures and build them into different pyramids, different shapes with pyramids. It's a like kind of a single person game, but it's a great pocket game that he can take in the car, that he can take wherever if he needs to kill time. And you get a booklet filled with how to, or the starting of building these little structures. And it's kind of a mind thing or a STEM thing almost, because you have to figure out how to build the pyramid or the shape using these little ball structures or beads that are kind of strung together. So it's a great game. It's a great individual game. We all, except with the exception of Lulu, have enjoyed playing it. And the puzzles, it's kind of a puzzle game. The puzzles get harder as you work through the booklet. So that's an awesome one to have, and it's a good one to just keep you occupied or keep your child occupied without a screen if you want to or if you need to. All right, we're in the home stretch, friends. The very last gift I'm going to tell you about is something that I actually used to make all the time. This is really funny because I used to make these things all the time. I didn't call them this, but I would make them for people. I started making them in college, I think. Probably college was when I started. I think I was a freshman or sophomore in college. And had I really thought about the fact that, well, the internet wasn't as big back then, but that you could capitalize on this and make it a business venture, man, I should have done that a long time ago. But the thing that I want to tell you about is actually called the Little Love Jar. And I am involved with a group who made one of these for our lead mentor. at one point over the past year or year and a half. And basically you have different people write in little memories or quotes or sayings that this person who you're making this little love jar for would want to hear, would want to draw out of the jar and read. So I used to make these for my friends, for my loved ones, and I would just do different memories basically on strips of paper, cut them up and put them in a jar or a pretty vase or vase, if you want to call it, whichever one. And then I would give it to them. And then anytime you pull one of those out, you get to have that memory. You get to have that saying. My husband still has one sitting on his dresser that I made for him back when we were dating. And this company, Little Love Jar, has created a business behind it. Now, they are a little pricey if you go through this company, so you could just go to Hobby Lobby, get the supplies, and make them on your own. But I want to put it out there because it is easy to do this little love jar if you are doing it for someone who has connections nationwide or worldwide, because people all around the globe can just write in the little messages on this website, type in whatever they want to send to this person, and then the company prints them all off, however, beautifully. These things are actually really beautiful. Prints them all off, puts them in this jar, ships them off to the person. The person gets the jar, opens it with great surprise, and is like, what is this? Oh, it's a little love jar. And they start pulling out the notes and they start reading these things from people who really love them and care about them, and people who have been really thoughtful in wanting to make sure that this person knows they are loved and knows how much they are loved. So that is the last thing I am bringing to you today, friends. It is from Little Love Jar. That is one that I have no connection with, no ties to. I just did it, and it's a great gift for someone if you don't know what to give them, right? And you still feel this great pull to give them, but maybe it's that gift for someone who has everything, or for someone who is a minimalist, or someone who has decluttered their house completely and they don't want all the stuff. So you give them this little memory jar or this little love jar that shares how much they mean to you and maybe others in your family with them. So it's a beautiful, beautiful gift. Okay, friends, I have given you a lot of ideas on ways that you can insert a little bit of health, harmony, or even happiness into your life or into someone else's life who you might be giving gifts to this holiday season. And even if you decide not to go this route with any of your gifts, perhaps these have at least been some inspiration for you as you start your holiday shopping, or maybe even file this one away as birthday or other gift needs arise. If this was at all helpful to you, or you think that it might be helpful to someone else, I would love it if you passed this along, either through email or a screen share and tagging me in it in one of your social media stories, or even just text messaging a link to this podcast to someone else. As you know, I am Kathy Stricker, and you have been listening to Health, Harmony, and Happiness with Kathy. Cheers to cultivating your own version of health, harmony, and happiness in your life.